I'm Andi the Knittress, and this is my podcast where I like to share all the things that I knit or crochet or spin, do with yarn. This is my daughter Scarlett. She wanted to join me today. I have a lot of finished objects today. So I've been playing with faux fur. This is Lion Brand faux fur. I think this color's called like Meow Pink. This is a Thuriel stole by Dark Yarn Craft. I'll link everything down below, or it'll be on my Ravelry page. I made this one for Scarlett. It's just a little pink fuzzy one, and I made myself a lime green one, and it's super soft. I think I showed you guys last time I had made another one with some faux fur thick and quick. This is just faux fur, so it's less bulky than the last one. So this is very squishy, movable, a lot more comfy than the last one I made. And I bought so much of this yarn, and I wanted to just play around to try and make some sort of fuzzy little hood. So I got this weird little morphy thing. I think it looks cool if you like pull it down like this into a cowl. It's just super soft, very fuzzy. Scarlett loves it. Like, she likes to wear the two things together. There's no pattern for that. That was just like freeform crochet. I couldn't tell you what I did. I was just playing around. So I did have some of the faux fur left from the other Thuriel that I made. The color I think was Chow Chow. So I cast on a brim. I don't remember if I showed this to you guys or not, but we'll show it now. I made a Santa hat. So this is Ava. I think it's Ava, or maybe it's Gigi. I can't remember. And I think it's like Classic Elite yarn, or I don't know. It's linked in my pattern. But I crocheted the band and knit the hat. I made this one for my husband. And I made, no, that one's for myself because it's sparkly. This one was my husband's. He picked out this yarn out of my stash. It's, oh man. I want to say it's Arcania, Lakowska. Don't remember the color name, but I'm pretty sure it's linked in my pattern page. But these are just really fun. I knit the hat on probably like size 3 or 4. It's fingering weight or DK yarn. I don't know. I put all the stuff in my Ravelry, but I thought that these were pretty fun. So I do have a little bit left over of this lime green. So I have an idea to make a lime green brimmed stocking cap. I don't know if it'll get done anytime soon because I've got a couple other things that are pulling me in their direction. So another thing I finished is a whip from last year that I cast on. I needed the needles, so I finished this because I needed the needles. It is called the Friends of the Forest Hood. This is for my husband. It's just like, you know, neck warmer hat type thing. You can pull it down and wear it like a cowl. I don't remember who the pattern is by, but I will link it down below. And this is Cascade Superwash 220, I think. It's either 220 or it is Longwood. I don't remember. But guess what? I'll link it down below. So the other thing I did is I just had some bulky yarn in that was just staring at me, and I wanted to crochet it up and see how it went. So I just made a couple little crocheted pieces, just like half double crochet through the back loop, and then this one I did like a little loophole so it'll kind of stay on your neck. You can do, you know, whatever. I got some Furls crochet hooks, and I just been like, I want to crochet all the things because I wanted to use them. But this is a bulky yarn I had. It's almost like it's a single ply, and so I made a couple of other things. These are all one skein. This color is not actually lime green like it looks on my screen. It's more of a mustard. But this piece, I put a couple of little buttons on, and it's just a nice little neck warmer type thing. So I was just, you know, playing around, free-forming crochet, just to see what I can come up with, because sometimes I like to do that. Sit down, please. But it's kind of cool. I think it'll be a nice piece on a cold day to wear under my jacket. I thought that it would be cool. I made Scarlett a little headband. Keep her ears warm. Pull it down over your ears. And this one's for my husband. It's just a stiff neck cowl. I'm going to have all the frizzy in my hair by the time I'm done this podcast. And then I made this cool scarf with some bright yellow buttons, and it's like, reminds me of funfetti. And it's just some cool little neck pieces. Just been doing quick little, needed like instant gratification type things, you know, because some of the other projects I was working on felt like they were taking too long. So yeah, that's all of my finished objects there. No, it's not. I'm not telling the truth. I do have one more. Let me put this stuff back in my basket. Put a cool little hat on because now my hair's all frizzy. And I put it on backwards. There we go. That's better. So I have one more finished object that I want to show you guys, and this has been on the needles quite a while. And don't put that there so I can grab my stuff. Sorry. All right. I finished my Telja by Jennifer Steingass, and this is for my grandmother, and it was steeped into a cardigan, and I absolutely love the way this color work turned out. This is all in knitted wit. We've got sterling silver, oh, I can't remember the name of the gray. This is Periwinkle, Perry W. Inkle. This is Violent Violet, and this is Amazonite. Sterling silver. I don't remember the name of the charcoal one, but it is all linked in my pattern notes on Ravelry. And she just wanted some buttons at the top of the bust and the rest of it to be open. So that is what I did. I did a crocheted steek, and let me show you. So I did a crochet. I added 5 extra stitches. I might have talked about this before. So I purled one, I knit one through the back loop, knit one regular, knit one through the back loop, and then purled one. So I crocheted up in between the purl stitch and the knit one through the back loop on both sides. I did a really tight crochet up there, and then where the purl was, it folded it over, and then I did a single crochet up the whole front of it, and then single crocheted some little button loops there, and it was a very easy steek. And then I went ahead and tacked it all down. I would grab one leg of the crocheted, I don't know what it's called, like I don't know, the crochet that I did up the sweater. I grabbed one leg of that, and then I would grab one back leg of the body of the sweater, and I just kind of, it's almost like whip stitch back and forth all the way up so that it was all tacked down and there's no loose ends sticking out. Let you guys get a peek at my floats. I do my floats a little differently, I think, than most people. I've never seen a video where people do their floats like I do. The way that I do my floats, I have my, balls of yarn, and I have my main color and my contrasting color, and they always sit in the same spot. And whenever I have to use the contrasting color, I'll pick it up and knit with it, drop it, do the same thing with the main color. But when I have to catch a float, I will take whichever color that needs to be caught, and I will move it to the other side, knit the stitch that I need to knit, and then I will move it back so that my yarns never get tangled. I hope you can kind of understand what I'm talking about there. I'm not about to try and film a tutorial or anything on it, but I'm super happy to have this finished for my grandmother. She's gonna look gorgeous in it. My grandmother has very long, curly, silver hair, and she dyes the underside of it purples and blues, so this is gonna look so wonderful on her. I cannot wait to see her in this. She lives in another state, so it has to get sent to her, and she'll have to send me pictures, but yeah, and there's, a little bit of color work on the bottom and on the sleeves, but I have shown you guys that before. It's just a really awesome sweater, and I'm so happy to give it to her. So I have just 2 whips that I've really been working on, and I don't know when I started this or if I've shown you, but this is my Willow Creek sweater by Justina Lakowska, and I am done the body. Where's the front? Okay, so this is the front. It's got a cowl neck, so I've done the whole body, and this is in Electric Rainbow color by Madeline Tosh. I've started one sleeve, and I have to do the other sleeve. I usually do my sleeves 2 at a time, but I am alternating skeins, so I didn't want to fiddle with that, which is why probably I have put this down, because I don't like doing sleeves 1 at a time, but I just love this color. It is a discontinued color, so I had to buy it all up. And I'm almost done with that. I will probably finish that in the next few days. But something else caught my attention. And then something else caught my attention. So, I have made one, so far, Alice mitten. And this pattern is, not going to tell me who it's by. And I have the other part of the pattern somewhere else. But this is the Alice mitten, and I have had this skein of yarn. This purpley blue color there is Knit Pick Shimmer, and this black is Jojo Land Cashmere. So this purpley blue one, the Knit Pick Shimmer, I have had that skein of yarn in my stash for almost my whole knitting career. A friend of mine, Randy, gave it to me, and I have had that yarn caked up and knit into so many things that it didn't want to be, and they all got frogged. So it was sitting next to, in a little jar back here on my space next to this Jojo Land Cashmere, and these are both light fingering / lace weight yarns. So I was like, oh, if I held those double, I could make some cool mittens. And I knit this all up in one evening because when the inspiration struck, I seized the moment. And I absolutely love these mittens. And they are so, so soft. I do have the second mitten cast on. I've only got the little bitty black at the bottom of the wrist there, but I will be getting these done soon. This is just, I haven't even blocked this yet, but it's very, very soft, which is a stark contrast from what I'm actually working on, and that is, our yarns are going to get tangled. The Rug Sweater by Junko Okamoto. I think that's how you say it. I'm sorry if I butchered that. But I am using Plotalope. I think that's how you say it. And they come in these little plates of yarn, and they are unspun. So there's no ply to it, and it does break apart very easily. And I've kind of just been having the two plates together and like this, and then I kind of just pull it, gently, because if you tug too hard, it does come undone. But I am almost done with the body. I'm probably going to go a little longer than the pattern says, but I just love the look of this sweater. It's going to be a Christmas sweater for me, and this color work is it just sits fabulously in this yarn. I guess because it's so grippy. It's a very rustic yarn. It's not very soft for my hands. It's not the best to work with, but I do believe that when I am done with this and I block it and put some wool wash, I think it's going to be super soft. It's very lightweight, and it's going to be an awesome sweater. And I just love this. I don't know, I'm like obsessed with it. I've been working on this since Thanksgiving, and today is the Sunday after Thanksgiving, so this is how much I've gotten done. I did go up a needle size. No, I went up 2 needle size. I'm doing mine on 10.5 because the pattern did not go up to my bust size. So I just did a little stitch gauge math, and this now fits me. So I love the yoke construction. I think I do want to make another one, but I think I'll change up the chart in here because I do not like, there's one row, I think it's this row, I don't know, one of these rows, there's like 23 stitches or something, 14 stitches. You got like one stitch in that row that is the contrasting color, and then you get to do one stitch. So there was just a really long floats, which is not a big deal. I know how to handle that, but I just, look at the floats inside here. Like, that is awesome. Like, this yarn, it kind of just catches itself. The stitches stay there. The floats stay where you put them, the distance that you gave them. There's not a single pucker on this sweater at all. This is like the first time I've ever knit a sweater where pre-blocking I have no puckers. You can see a little bit here where I've carried my float behind some of these longer sections here, but I think that when the sweater, now I got fiber in my throat. I think when I block it and the yarn blooms, can you look at my cup of coffee, please?
Yes, Mama.
When it blooms, it will hide that. But I'm just, this has put me in all the Christmas mood. Like, it's just awesome. Thank you, sweetie.
You're welcome, Mama.
But drop my yarn. I'm just in love with this. So this is taken over my mind. But this yarn is super scratchy, super rough on the hands. I have had to stop several times and lotion my hands because it just sucks all the moisture out. So when I'm done this, I'm gonna probably go back to the other one of this and go from really scratchy wool to super soft cashmere and alpaca and silk. So yeah, I've been a busy lady this last month. I've knocked a couple of things off my list, got a couple of little small projects done. I just been having fun knitting. So not much else going on. It's holiday season coming up. It's kind of, you know, meh this year because, you know, you can't hang out with family and friends and can't have gatherings and stuff, which I am completely okay with because I want everybody to be safe. But sometimes that, you know, missing out on those social gatherings and stuff, it's a little bit like, it'll bring you down a little. So I'm trying to involve myself in projects that bring me lots of excitement, because if I can be super happy, oh, go get my stocking out of my purse.
Oh yeah, that was sure.
Because if I can get really excited about something, then it just lifts my mood. I'm happier. So I work at my LYS and my local yarn store, and my boss made me a stocking to decorate for our holiday window, and I am in love with what I have done. So I have needle felted Nightmare Before Christmas. There's Jack and Sally. I've got some little beads sewn on there. There's Oogie. There's Zero on the bottom. I've made a little graveyard there around the bottom. And then you flip to this side and I've got a little pumpkin jack-o'-lantern patch and some bats and some more beads. I am just in love with how this turned out. So my boss knit the stocking and then we felted it, and then I needle felted with black merino onto the stocking, and I kind of just went with a couple images I found on the internet and did the best I could to make that look like what I was seeing. Now, I just took the Jack and Sally and the Oogie from the internet. I came up with the little graveyard and putting Zero down there in white with his little red nose. I mean, how cute is that? So, and I've got my little pumpkins there with some vines and leaves, and just look at those cute little bats. Like, this just makes me happy.
Mom.
So that's what I've done, and
Show them that pumpkin with the leaf.
It's time to say goodbye because I just got the message that I'm gonna run out of time. So you want to show yours real quick?
Yes. I've been working on this whole time.
It's gonna shut off, so go quick.
Yeah, I've been working on this. I only have one stitch left. Bye.
Take it one stitch at a time.